Jeremy Corbett and I will be your host for the next hour of Topical Debauchery. This is the 2022 season finale of 7 Days. That is the correct response. Tonight we're going to go out with a bang, though. I've handpicked two teams from the bottom of a list of the country's finest comedians. They're here to perform the holy miracle of turning news into jokes, so let's meet them, shall we? And leading team one, well, a lot of strange, weird and tragic things happened in the news today, so what's one more? It's Guy Montgomery. Welcome, Guy.
Thanks,
good to see your lovely
Jeremy.
face. How's your last 7 days been?
Oh, look, you don't care. what the people want to know is how were your last 20 weeks?
They've been great. I've just been, shooting this pig every week, and that's kept me sane. People think this is the end of 7 days. It's not. I take the set home and do it to my family.
I'd love to see you anchor this show, just you. On the TV. It would eat shit.
Well, it might not just be me, but it certainly won't be you on the panel. For your last show, who's on your team, Guy?
Well, together they're an unstoppable comedy duo. And when they're in a team captained by me, they look pretty beatable. Madeline, Sami and Tom Sainsbury.
And leading team two, well, she's Palmerston North's third finest after me and the Clock Tower. Please welcome Laura Daniel. It's a nice Clock Tower.
It is a nice cocktail.
How's your week been?
Yeah, well, it's actually been good. I've actually been on the road with you, haven't I?
We've been on the road. Rock and roll.
Daddy, cool.
Don't, Daddy.
Daddy.
No, Daddy.
No, it's been great though, and I'm a big believer of what goes on tour stays on tour.
Right.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty radical, all right.
Yeah, that's.
We get in our hotel rooms and tidy them.
Well, let's just say I'm really looking forward to next year and my job security because I have a lot of incriminating photos of you. You know the ones.
Yes, I do. All right. Who's on your team, Laura?
Tonight we have the reason why women should have the right to choose. Ray O'Leary.
Wow.
And the future Mr. Laura Daniel, just.
Shows me. We're going to kick off the show with a round of newsmakers where I present our teams with something from the week's headlines and they tell me why it's newsworthy. And Team 1, you're up first. Got a picture for you. Why is this newsworthy?
Yes, the rugby. Something I'm very familiar with.
That's right. Yeah, you're a big
rugby man.
You're a big rugby.
Played into your hands.
The rugby, yes.
Yeah.
But I recognise that look on his face. That's like, I do have to work, but first I have to complete this Wordle. I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Why is he wearing black?
He's doing double time. He's been at a wake.
Yeah. He's mourning something. He's mourning something.
I actually know what has happened.
Okay,
I know.
please.
Yeah. And it is a sort of mourning in a way, isn't
That's
it?
right.
Elucidate.
So, as much as we pretend it isn't, COVID-19 is still happening. Some of our guys have got COVID-19. And Ian Foster cannot figure out this frickin' Wordle.
Look, if you'd throw the words All Blacks in there, I would have given it to you. COVID has wreaked havoc on the All Blacks camp ahead of Saturday's test against Ireland. A number of players and staff have gone down with the virus, including coach Ian Foster. All right, it's time we pulled the weird Artie Barrett brother out of university. You're up, buddy. You're up.
The current variant going around is BA2, which originated in South Africa. Not to point fingers, but Susie the waitress, we're on to you.
Yeah, she's been incubating a strain of COVID since the 95.
You've got to feel for these All Blacks. They're eating a meal of 16 Weet-Bix and they can't taste any of it.
All that deliciousness, all that flavour. Wasted.
Some of the All Blacks have been reporting feeling nauseous and headaches, and they thought it was COVID, but luckily it's just concussion, so they're fine to play.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, this time last year, if some of these guys had COVID, we'd all be back in the house for 3 months. I mean, how far we've come. Bloomfield will be doxing these guys, being like, this is where they ate breakfast, this is how they travel around the place. This is a cause for celebration. Look how far we've come.
Genuinely, I kind of think it's a good thing because the All Blacks, they're too good. This adds a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of stakes to the game of rugby. They're just, so unbeatable. And
Well, although Ireland sort of had the wood on us in the last few games.
Yeah, well,
I don't really watch rugby.
Confidence is still high in the All Blacks camp, and the TAB still have them as favourites, despite the fact that 8 or 9 players will be joining by Zoom.
And the referee's going to have to change the scrum call. It's going to be touch, sanitise, pause, engage.
The All Blacks have a lot of downtime now while they take, a couple of weeks off to recover. There's going to be a lot of autobiographies to buy Dad for Christmas.
Have they got people looking after them? Because I'm free. I give a mean sponge bath.
As Jeremy was telling me.
Water was a little hot, if I'm honest. Well, actually, the coach that's coming in used to coach Ireland.
Yes.
He's going to be coaching against Joe Schmidt.
Joe Schmidt.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do a great job, but it's going to be a bit of a different-looking haka this week. It's just going to be like Lord of the Dance, you know what I mean? It's just going to be like...
I'm going to move on. Team 2, you ready for a newsmaker?
Oh, yeah.
Right, Team 2, have a look at this. Why is this in the news?
Oh, has Huntley chosen a new pope?
Is that a diesel fuel car idling in traffic?
Oh no, did Judith Collins get wet?
It really looks like some sort of fire. Where there's smoke.
Yep. Correct.
Yeah. That's why I'm marrying this beautiful genius. Is this the big, I don't mean to be mean to the people of Christchurch, but I hear it smells like shit down there.
Yeah, I think there's a suburb of Christchurch that is on a big burning pile of shit. Stinking out the town.
Absolutely right. Residents of Christchurch suburb Bromley are still battling a terrible stench coming from a wastewater plant damaged in a fire last year. That photo is from last year, but this is current. The putrid smell has plagued the entire suburb for the last 6 months as the clean-up drags on. And in fact, the welcome sign as you enter the suburb now is Bromley. You're going to want to give that 10 minutes.
Wow. If only there was something you could contract to make you lose your sense of smell.
That's all the sewage. They have to dig all of that out.
The city of Christchurch, they've promised to rebuild, the wastewater plant. And if there's anything the good people of Christchurch know how to do, it's how to rebuild something eventually.
I think the council's tried to help with the situation by giving everyone $200 as a sort of an apology.
$200, yeah. That means it was someone's job from the council to go down there and go, yeah, that's $200 bad.
Yeah.
Also, though, like people in Rotorua are just sitting around just being like, oh, poor little baby. Like a couple of months of a stinky little poo town. Get used to it, mate.
They say you're supposed to, if you're in Rotorua, you're supposed, the sulphuric acid and stuff, you're just supposed to take a deep whiff. And just it's really good for your insides.
Yeah,
but there's sulphur and there's just shit that's been set on fire and then left to rot.
Well, all right. Points for newsmakers. Team 1, you can have the number of shows 7 days has put to air in total, 390. This is number 390. That's a lot of shows. Yes, it does deserve a round of applause. Well done. And Team 2, you can have the number of Dole pineapples sacrificed for this show. 30, only started this year. And I know we've only had 20 episodes, but there was testing. Which means the first star on the sticker chart goes to Team 1. Congratulations. Very excited about this. As always, our teams are competing for a glorious prize plucked right out of this week's news. And please join me in oohing at this week's Sweet, Sweet Plunder. A chance to be a COVID fill-in for the All Black squad this weekend. Look at that. Oh, yeah, that is right.
I'm in.
The winning team will get the honour of donning the iconic black jerseys and battling the Irish at Eden Park with zero training whatsoever. These jerseys will also come with a sheet of instructions for the haka, as well as a 1-year contract to be the new face of Chemist Warehouse. What a prize. Right, time now to do a little reminiscing here on 7 Days. We're going to play a round of history. That is where we look back to an iconic moment in New Zealand's past and meet one of the people involved. So let's have a look at who we're meeting tonight.
Put on your red shoes and dance the
not a Kiwi, but it was a snippet of David Bowie's music video, Let's Dance. A proud moment in New Zealand cinema history because Kiwi Peter Griffin was on his way home from a hard day docking lambs in the New South Wales town of Corinda when he stopped into his local pub to find David Bowie shooting a music video. Instead of just heading home, our Peter became one of the stars of that video, and you saw him in there. And we're joined by Peter tonight, along with a travel photographer, a digger driver and a commercial voiceover artist. Teams, it is up to you to figure out which one is Peter. They're not allowed to speak, but you are allowed to ask them to do stuff to help you out. And Team 2, I'm going to start with you this week. You can begin, have first shot at this.
Wow. This genuinely looks like a Guess Who board.
Now, my dad's a big Bowie guy, so the question is kind of which of these guys looks most like my dad, and the answer is all of them.
The thing is, like, any of them could be a digger driver because they're all standing around not working.
I feel like I'd be able to pick the travel photographer, but none of them appear to have a man bun.
The travel photographer is the guy who looks disappointed because he hasn't been able to go anywhere for 2 years. And the first time he's been paid to go somewhere, it's the 7-day studio.
At number 4 then.
All right, we got to make some decisions here, Laura.
All right, 2. Okay, I'm just going off just vibes connection. 2's giving me digger driver vibes. 3's giving me travel photographer. 4's giving me voiceover artist. 1 is giving me David Bowie extra. Randomly walked into a pub.
Yeah.
How do we feel about that?
I'm feeling 1 less on the Bowie, but more on the randomly walked into a pub.
He seems like he would have had a good time.
So let's see. I'm happy to go.
We're locking in number 1.
Okay, Team 2 has locked in Peter Griffin as number 1. Your turn, Team 1.
Can we ask them to do things?
You can ask them to do things. They can't talk.
Can you guys show me how you would hold a sheep to shear them? And number 4, how would you hold a sheep to shear it? Okay, number 1, he's out. That's my first elimination.
I really like that question.
Well, let's give them more. Because he's a sheep shearer, right? There was
Coming home from a hard day's sheep shearing.
Tom's been paying attention.
Can I just get 2, 3 and 4 to mime going into a sound booth to do a voice record? You've walked in the door, you're putting on your cans.
You can do that, yep.
And then what happens?
That's pretty.
I mean, hello, have they all trained at the school of Marcel? We got a bunch of mimes here.
I'm thinking just the mime work. I loved all the mime work, right? But number 3's fastening the hair can. I'm saying number 3 is the voiceover.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
I think number 1 is the travel photographer.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 is digger, and 4 is okay.
I would like to stand behind Tom's speculation. And number 4 is my friend and yours, Peter Griffin.
Team 1, you think Peter Griffin is number 4. Team 2, you think Peter Griffin is number 1. Can I ask Peter Griffin, who ended up in that David Bowie music video all the way back in the 80s, to step forward? Thanks for coming on the show. What do you remember of that day?
Oh, it was good. I never got a free beer, though. That pissed me off.
So hang on, so you go, the normal door to get in the pub is locked or something. You've been shearing or dagging sheeps all day.
Oh, tailing lambs, yeah.
Yep. Did you recognise David Bowie when you went in?
Yeah. in amongst the fog.
Did you just end up in the video, or did someone come and ask you?
The producer came and asked me to just walk across and make out I was going to play pool.
How long did it take?
About 20 seconds.
And did you talk to David Bowie?
No.
Yeah, good on you.
Your choice.
You don't want him getting a big head, you know.
And it was a while before you actually saw the video, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, because we had no TV or anything out in the scrub there where I was.
Yeah. So how long until you saw it?
Well, my brother gave me a phone call about 3 years later. And told me my nephew had seen me on TV, and he said, "Don't talk shit to you."
Is Bowie the most famous person you've been near?
Apart from you guys.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Pretty much in the same echelon, aren't
I'll
we?
take that. Yep.
And what do you feel when you hear that song come on?
Oh, it just takes memories back to the days in the country towns in New South Wales.
So that beautiful 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no free beer.
Give it up for Peter Griffin. You can step back, Peter. So No points for no points for anyone. Where's our travel photographer? Step forward. Yeah, that's good. Step back. And our digger driver, step forward, please. There's our digger driver. Step back. And our commercial voiceover artist, lotto presenter, Doug Harvey. Thanks very much. Give him a round of applause. Great game of history. No stars for anyone, no one got close. All right, let's be frank. How good is having electricity? Without it, your fridge would be turning off, all your meat would defrost, causing you to eat a week's worth of meat in one go and really screw with your intestines and your whole digestive system. Who wants that? Anyway, if you want us to shout you some power for a little bit, caption this photo on your screen, text your caption and your name to 4088. Best caption wins $500 of Frank Energy credit, frozen meat. You can take another look at the photo on our 7 Days Facebook page and we'll announce our winner toward the end of tonight's show. I don't know about you, but I want to watch some ads. Don't go anywhere, though. We'll be back with a fun round of Slice of 7 on 7 Days. Welcome back to 7 Days. Time now for Slice of 7, where our teams try to decipher which news story our guest musicians have concealed within their songs. And tonight, in the 7 Days Sound Shell, please welcome Raglan's finest, Lost Tribe, Aotearoa. Right, Team 1, you ready for a song from LTA?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, really cool acronym.
Thanks very much. All right, Lost Tribe, all yours. Take it away.
Thank you. Why I'm happy, why I'm hearing Dad as I'm chatting with my friend, she's been posting. I miss him and Alexa is listening, is listening, is listening, is listening, is listening. Alexa, someone's looking out at the cloud. There's a voice that's telling me Benny's real proud. At first it was cool, it really was best, but now he's freaking me out saying you're the next. And I'm happy with my dad, he's a stovetop. His name is Chad, my mom thinks he is hot, so I hope that they get it on, they get it on, they get it on, they get it on, they get it on. I hope that they get it on, they get it on, they get it on.
All right.
I thought the band were great.
So did I.
I found some of the lyrics to be quite cryptic, which is why I'm just stroking my non-existent beard.
Yeah.
I was so caught up in it for the first half of the song, and it's like, I've got to focus. Then there was something about Dad being a stovetop.
Alexa was mentioned.
Alexa was mentioned.
So,
Do you know who Alexa is, Tom?
I'm not sure. No. Now that I'm 40 plus, no, I don't.
Alexa's like the sentient woman who lives inside of all of Amazon's products.
Yes.
She's like Siri, but less hot.
Why is she less hot than Siri?
Come on. Come on, guys.
I love Tom joining in on this.
Anyway, but we're holding them up. So something around Alexa.
Holding who up?
We're paying them to be here.
Mum and Dad's voice, Alexa.
Yep.
So I'm saying that maybe something around you can swap Alexa's voice with Mum and Dad. Is that the latest thing that you can do?
Yeah.
So you're saying you can put your parents' voice into your Alexa?
That's what I'm thinking.
And then she's hot.
We'll go with Tom's one. Alexa's voice
swap
is
it.
now Mum's voice or something.
Yeah, pretty much. You're onto it, Team 1. Amazon is set to roll out a new feature on its Alexa devices that lets it impersonate someone's voice after hearing a 1-minute clip of that person. Oh, wow. So now you could hear a loved one, or one of the features they're talking about is your dearly departed, like your dearly departed grandma. They don't have to be dead, of course. I mean, if your dad is alive, you could, for instance, put his voice into it and get him to say, "I'm proud of you, Jeremy." Whatever your name is. Jeremy. Yeah.
This is so good, you know, because it's like, you know, like from now, you'll be able to like invite someone over to have like a sexy time. You can be like, "Hey Alexa, play some sexy music," and it'll just be your grandma's voice saying, "Yes."
Or better yet, you could ask Alexa for the weather, and then your great-granddad could tell you what he thinks about immigration.
You could go, "Hey, Alexa, read me a bedtime story," and your grandma could go, "Sure thing, but first, have you heard Helen down the road had a fall?" And And when you turn it off, it'll be the second time you've turned Grandma off at the wall.
Yes, I got Alexa to do the voice of my nana, then I had to teach her how to turn herself on and connect to the internet.
And a great prank you can do is sneak an Alexa inside the coffin, and as they're lowering it down, they can go, help, help! I'm stuck!
Everyone has a laugh, and you save the Alexa. Grandma's still dead. I'm excited for you guys because now you can put Siri's voice in Alexa.
Yes! Finally, Alexa will be high.
All right, Team 2, you ready for a song?
Yes.
All right, Team 2, your turn now. Decipher the story within the song that Lost Tribe Aotearoa is playing. All yours.
The theme was 1920s, and my pinstripe suit was sexy. Bought a $20 corsage, I was gonna pass my day. We had the perfect place between the blues and all black skates. A deposit on the DJ was paid, but they cancelled anyway. Rugby, Eden Park is just for rugby. The only ball is over now. You're only passing rugby. Rugby, Eden Park is just for rugby. The only ball is over now. You're only passing rugby.
Yeah!
Hey, that rocked.
Yeah, I picked the right episode to smoke a big bowl before starting.
I love to see a Kiwi band doing so well they can nearly afford hats for all their members.
Okay,
Pashing rugby.
Pashing rugby.
Pashing rugby.
Passion rugby.
Yeah.
I heard.
I heard Eden Park. I heard Eden Park
Blues
just
and
for
All
rugby.
Blacks, and I heard school ball.
No, Eden Park is a ball venue for school balls, and it's also a ball venue for rugby balls. But
That'll be it.
the residents near Eden Park are furious that school ball teenagers are causing chaos, and they don't want school balls to happen there anymore.
Well, I don't know about the residents, but Auckland High School Maclean's College made the news this week after Eden Park cancelled their school ball at the last minute. The venue cited disruptive and potentially dangerous conduct from previous school balls. And this is a shame, you know, if we can't trust drunk teenagers, who can we trust? I don't know if you know this, but at the end of your ball at Eden Park, you actually swap dresses with the players from the
Yeah, you could tell which school balls are being held by the rich, kids there, because they're all the ones trying to snort the white lines off the grass.
It's terrible news for the teenagers, but it's good news for the grass.
They wouldn't allow them on the grass.
Well, yeah, you'd get your stiletto stuck in there.
I hate to play devil's avocado, but the old stilettos could be quite good because I know a thing or two about grass. I don't know if you guys know.
I think these guys know a bit about grass.
I'm talking about a different kind of grass. I'm talking about a lawn, and that's because I'm a lesbian. Yeah, aeration sandals. I own a pair of those, and in fact, that's like having a bunch of tiny stilettos on your feet. You put them on your gumboots and you walk and you aerate the lawn. If you've got a dry lawn, guys, what you want to do is you want to go to Bunnings and pick yourself up some aeration sandals. You want to pop them on the bottom of your bloody gumboots, and you want to walk through, and that's going to help the rain absorb into the grass. Otherwise, the rain's just hitting the top and just sitting there. Okay, that's a little tip for you guys. All right, back to the show.
Yeah.
My school ball was at Eden Park, and I tried to kiss my date, and she rejected me, and everyone held up a sign saying "try."
On the big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, do they have referees there at the ball?
No.
Like,
You go up to someone, you're like, "Hey, do you want to dance?" And it's like, "Decision pending."
All right, great game of Slice of 7. Let's go to the points. Team 1, you can have the years since New Zealand has finished in the top 8 at the Water Polo Championships. World champs, 31 years.
Oh.
But if our women's team beat France on Monday, they'll be in the quarterfinals. Go New Zealand. And Team 2, you can have 7,000. That's for dollars. That's how much an Auckland tenant has been ordered to pay back to her landlord after she sold all their furniture on Facebook Marketplace. That means a shiny gold star for Team 2. And Lost Tribe Aotearoa's new single and video, Lost Generation 2.0, is out tomorrow. They have an EP just around the corner. Stream it at your regular stream. One more time for Lost Tribe Aotearoa. Thanks, team. Would you look at that? It's time for another break. Don't stray far, though. We'll be back with a hot round of Club Tropicana on 7 days. Everyone's a critic these days. No, seriously. Send your frank feedback about 7 days to this email address. Stay tuned for how we use it. Could be a laugh. Welcome to 7 days, you. Get ready to annoyingly have water in your ears for the next couple of days because we're going to the beach for the last time this winter. Play the steel drum. That's right. It's time for Club Tropicana. Let's head on down to the sand. And as per, a massive shout out to our sponsor and pineapple provider, the good people at Dole. Dole Pineapples. The only fruit that also serves as a really good back scratcher. Have to attach a little thing to it, but it does work. Now, inside this juicy and nutritious Dole pineapple, I have some stories from the week I'd like to hear a little more about. It's open to all teams, so you don't have to stand on ceremony. We start with this. All right, the 2022 Glastonbury Music Festival took place this week in the UK with some of the biggest names in music taking part in the week-long festival. Amongst the headliners were Paul McCartney, Billie Eilish and Kendrick Lamar. And I'm sure concert goers there were on their best behaviour, but I would like some examples of terrible music festival etiquette, please.
Lord! Hey, Lord, bro, play Come On, Eileen.
Can I unplug your turntables to charge my phone?
Huh. These portaloos are very clean.
Hey, can you move your head? I'm trying to film the whole thing on the biggest iPad ever made.
Yes.
Oh, hey, we just got here. Can you start from the start, please? Please? Oh.
Ah, what a great place to release my swarm of wasps.
What's that? Nah, I don't want a puff of your joint, man. It's not a good idea. I've got COVID.
Yes.
Great. All right. This week, let me just get my next one from my Dole Pineapple. Yes, this week, a version of the classic children's film, The Lion King, premiered with all the voices dubbed in Te Reo Māori. That is awesome and more than appropriate, but what I'd like to see is examples of some inappropriate children's movies, please.
Home Alone and DTF.
Yeah, g'day, I've just moved into the neighbourhood and I have to go to every house in the swamp to tell you that I am a registered Shrek's offender.
The never-ending orgy.
Under the sea, microplastics.
Do you want to build a mad flag?
Great. All right. This week, two Swiss performance artists created a zero-star hotel that offers customers sleepless nights so they can ponder the world's problems. It's basically a bed next to a gas station on a busy highway. I'd like to hear examples of things, please, overheard at the zero-star hotel.
Unfortunately, we do not have any honeymoon suites, but you have been upgraded to the divorce suite.
This is your wake-up call.
Let's add to these stains, babe.
Yeah, g'day, I'm the concierge.
Allow me to take your bags.
All right, we move on to our final story now. And since it's the last show of the year and I turned 60 this year, the producer has decided to play a dirty trick on me and ask the comedians to tell me fuck you. Some things overheard at my 60th birthday.
Surprise! Oh, the shocks killed him.
It nearly did.
Happy birthday to you. Okay, clap. 1, 2, 3. Oh, strap in, guys. Just clap lightly because we're going to be here a while. Okay.
Dear diary, I have been lost in the halls of the corporate estate for 7 days now. I hear screaming coming from downstairs.
I think we've heard enough, haven't we? No, you run out? No more?
You go.
I reckon there's a few more, Corby.
This Nickelback CD's really going off.
Jeremy, darling, stop waiting by the window. It's only 9 o'clock. I'm sure someone's coming.
Too true. Too hurtful.
I mean, okay, if we have to, Mr. Corbett. Happy birthday to you.
Keep going.
Joseph, bring out the cake. Bring out the cake. Little surprise for you.
All right.
45, 46, 40, oh no, he's either napping or dead.
God, I really need to use the bathroom, but Hillary Barry's doing lines in there.
Play the steel drum. Thank you very much for that lovely, if somewhat insulting, surprise. Did not see that coming. All right, for Scores Team 1, you can have the money that New Zealand spent on rat tests, $1.1 billion. And we've got about 50 million of them sitting in warehouses around the country and nobody seems to be using them anymore. Have we over-ordered? Sure, Lily from Big Save will let us know. Team 2, you can have 43, and that is the number of years Lynn Ogilvie has worked at the same Rotorua KFC. She retired this week at the age of 71. Good on you, but that does mean Team 1 gets a star. Congratulations. Was a great round of Club Tropicana, almost as great as the fresh taste of Dole pineapples. Pineapple, the only fruit that looks weirdly intimidating. Time for another break. Why don't you go make a cup and we'll be right back with a round of answers on 7 Days. And it's time now for a good old-fashioned game of answers. I'll present our teams with some answers from the week's news and they need to provide the question. Team 1, you can get us started.
Great.
What is the question for this answer, please? 9 old people.
Who owns all of Auckland?
Who was a group of 10 old people yesterday?
Who just put my rent up after I spent 2 years in lockdown keeping them alive?
Mitch, who's that power walking through the mall before it's even opened?
The real question there is who makes up the Supreme Court in the United States? Yes, on Friday they removed the constitutional right to abortion in that country. Move met with overwhelmingly negative reactions and protests for women's rights breaking out all over the world. Men. Ha! Look, the only time a man should have any say in what goes on with a woman's body is when you order for her at the restaurant. You know I'm right.
You know, Simon O'Connor from the National Party tweeted, or put on Facebook, that today is a happy day, he wrote. Oh. And then he got a lot of negative backlash and he realised he actually wasn't able to deal with the consequences and responsibilities that came with doing that post, so he was able to terminate it.
Because Christopher Luxon is against abortion. And do you think it's because he's scared of abortion, because he sort of looks like a big baby?
I'm not very well informed. I always thought Roe v. Wade, with it, you know, it was like, how would you get across a river?
But just to play devil's avocado for a second, what would you choose?
Yeah.
I'm all for the person who needs to cross the river having total autonomy and power of choice.
Montgomery, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we're moving on. Team 2, I got an answer for you. You ready for this? 200 push-ups, 200 squats, and 1,000 rope skips.
My daily routine starts with me watching other people do what on TikTok.
What can Madeline Sami do without even breaking a sweat?
It's not a joke, it's true.
Does anyone want to see Madeline do some push-ups?
Yes!
Really?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What do you want to do?
You don't have to do 200.
What is it? 200, isn't it? What is it? Where do I do it?
We can tell. If you do 5, we'll be able to tell.
Hey, some burpees, I'll do some burpees.
Very good. All right, 200 push-ups, 200 squats, and 1,000 rope skips.
What does an F45 instructor consider a cheat day?
Joseph was joking about like not doing push-ups before, but we went through a little F45 phase once, and we were at a concert, and he was feeling pretty confident about how many burpees he could do.
Must have been a great concert.
It was
Jason Derulo was playing.
Usher and Jason Derulo, and so people said, "Hey, you're looking all right, Joseph. You've been losing a little bit of weight." And I said, "Would you like to see a burpee?" And I did a burpee at the concert and kicked a man.
And I've never seen you run away and hide so fast.
Because you're in such good shape. It's so New Zealand to not accept the compliment. It's like, you know, I like your shirt, and you're like, yeah, I got it for this much. It's just, you look good. It's like, yeah, I can show you why.
The real question there is, what is the exercise routine of a Dunedin bus driver? He made the news this week after a video of him doing push-ups next to a stationary bus went viral. Vishal Pubby says his daily exercise routine has improved his well-being since he used to just sit down all day for work. Personally, I don't do any exercise when I'm on a bus. I mean, hard to do exercise when you're just a big picture on the side of it.
You know, my personal trainer actually calls me the bus.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah, because he waits for me all morning and I don't show up.
Passengers must hate this guy.
Yeah.
Because you'd like push the button to stop, and if you like keep going, but no, one more stop, push it, push it, do it.
All right, on that note, let's go to scores for answers. Team 1, you can have 20. That is the number of days an Idaho family had no roof on their house after it was removed by a contractor who got the wrong address. Took their whole roof off and then walked away, wouldn't put it back on. They're fighting to get their roof back on. And Team 2, you can have 2. That's a number of years that a TikTok couple have been dating before discovering there's a good chance they could have the same dad. Oh. Congratulations and a beautiful shining star for Team 1! Wow. Another break. No way. Yes way. But make sure you pay attention because we'll be announcing the winner of this week's Frank Energy voucher. I hope it's you. See you soon for the final Beat the Ding of the year on 7 days. Welcome back to 7 days, the big 2022 finale. Time now for Beat the Ding, where I challenge our panellists to list a bunch of things under immense time pressure just to watch them squirm, really, from the stress. Trust me, it is much harder than it looks, and each successful attempt earns a star, so there's a lot at stake. Let's get dinging. OK, first story. Prince William called a photographer disgusting this week after they stalked his kids. Madeline, you have 10 seconds to name 6 things that are disgusting. Go.
Men. Ball sacks. Snot. Poo. Wheeze. Bogies.
6.
Wait. Is snot and bogies two different things?
Yes, they are, because
Technical.
bogies are dried.
Going upstairs. They're going with Joseph, no star. Sorry, Madeline. Bogies and snot, same thing.
Bogey, no.
Men! That's why men are on my list!
Next story, Wimbledon, the oldest and most prestigious tennis tournament in the world, kicked off this week. To celebrate, Guy, you have 12 seconds to name 5 famous tennis players and give us your best John McEnroe impression. Go.
Rafael Nadal, Serena Williams, Martina Hingis, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic.
That's it.
What do you f***ing mean the ball's out?
Superb.
It's going to be the fastest one.
2 stars.
Thank you.
2 stars. I don't make the call, but here we go.
2
All right, scandalous, isn't it? Well, the finale, everyone's going to be
It's all
talking about it. This week, Sesame Street's Elmo got his COVID vaccine on an episode of the show. Laura, you have 12 seconds to name 7 Sesame Street characters, but you must do it in your best Elmo voice. Go.
Elmo, Bert, Ernie, Cookie Monster, Cookie Monster, Big Bird, the other girl, Elmo, Count Dracula, Count Dracula.
I think that's it. I think you made it. You made it. A star for you. Well done, Laura.
Count Dracula is technically called the Count on Sesame Street.
Interesting. Good correction. The next story. Sad news. This week, Le Snack was discontinued after 30 years of being in Kiwi kids' lunchboxes.
No.
I know. Sorry if you're just hearing this. Should have given you a bit of a heads up. Joseph, you have 12 seconds to name 8 Kiwi lunchbox staples. Go.
Oh, roll-ups, Dunkaroos, sandwich, celery sticks, bogies, popcorn in a little bag, peanut butter, just some peanut butter.
You're 1 short, and I'm not sure we're going to put bogies in there. That's a nice.
The finger is in the other nostril now.
All right, our next ding story. Justin Timberlake was roasted online this week after a clip of him dancing went viral. People saying he looked like he was an old dad dancing. Tom, you have 12 seconds to demonstrate 5 dad dances. Go.
Okay.
Go. 3, 4. Well done. Star for you. That was wonderful. It was like looking in a mirror. Next story. Lewis Hamilton has called for action to change archaic mindsets after a racist remark about him by Brazilian triple champion Nelson Piquet emerged on social media this week. Ray, coming to you. You've got 10 seconds to give me 5 offensive names for white people.
Oh, dear God.
Go.
Honky. Chimney sweep. Big white boy. Napoleon Dynamite. I've been called a curly head. Grease monkey? No, that's mechanics.
I think you've done it. I'm going to give you a star. It was a hard task, and
I
you did
cannot
well.
believe, after a story about Le Snacks, you didn't say cracker.
We're all thinking it.
I don't consider those crackers. I don't.
It's not.
All right, that wraps up tonight's hotly contested game. Who will get to represent the nation on the rugby field this weekend? Congratulations, Team 1! You have won. Good luck. I'm sure the lack of training will not make any difference whatsoever. That was 7 days for tonight and for the year also, but we are throwing together a best of 2022 show for you next week. Do not miss that. Please join me though in thanking our panellists this week. Guy, Madeline, Tom, Laura, Ray and Joseph. We'll see you next year. Thank you, New Zealand On Air. That wraps, would you believe it, season 14. And that simply would not have been possible without me. Just thought you should know.